So, thank you for joining me here today. Before I give a message, I would like to give a quick commercial. Uh, I do a lot with my business, Above Skyline Quantum Wellness, and I changed my name recently from Healing Now to Above Skyline Quantum Wellness when I moved to Canon City in Colorado last year. And I still hold my motto as healing is now, in the present moment where everything happens. Born now, live now, die now. So I stuck with that, just transferred over to the new name. And I offer so much. I've been doing this for several years now. Online, offline, in-person sessions. I have a studio here in Colorado Springs in my home, and I give in-person sessions. I also do long-distance remote sessions, and those are available 1 to 2 hours. We go to 2 hours generally. The rates are $90 for 2 hours. Sometimes it will go from an hour, depending on what you need, right? We don't always carry it over to the 2 hours. Whatever happens, we slip out of time and space, and we work in the quantum field. And so those are available, and there's a package for 3 sessions for $222. You get quite a bit out of that. Psychic surgeries take place during that time. We step out of time and space, like I said, and that's where the magic happens. And we go into the multiverse, and we don't use our 2 physical eyes. We just close them, and we use our 3rd eye, and we explore ourselves in this space. So whatever ails you, mind, body, spirit, there's a lot going on in the world, guys, a lot. But again, before I get to this message, I just wanted to give this little commercial stuff here. I have books available too. I have quite a few books. I have my Soulship book, which is the novel I wrote back in 2019, and that's available on Amazon. You can get it through my website. I have Dreamweaver, and this came out first. This is a fable for all ages, really 10 and over, really. Youngs and adults alike love it. It's kind of a lot like Alice in Wonderland. It brings you to another place. So there's the Dreamweaver, and then I have a Sexual Energies book I co-wrote with my friend Theo in Berlin, Germany, and we have this available too on Amazon. And it's a Zen-like book written on everything about our root chakra and really the 3 lower chakras, who have been in trouble for quite some time up to this point. But this book pretty much covers it all. It's a short book. Again, it's written in a certain way and has a certain movement to it. So it's very heart-centered. When you open it up, it's not about, it's not raunchy. It's not about, sexual energies and what are we going to do with all of this type of stuff we can do with, no. It's just bringing out all the things that humanity just never really sat around the table and talked about. Okay. And then I have, again, my Soulship book, and these are all available on ebook too, except for the Sexual Energies book on Amazon. Okay. Or you can order it through me, and you can get some signed copies if you wish to do that. Shipping's a little bit more expensive for you peeps overseas, but I'll work that out for you. Okay. If you want a signed copy. And then of course this Dragon Speak, that was released in 20. And this is co-written by a whole bunch of authors, about 15 other authors. They all give their own story. And that's Dragons Speak. And just stories about what happened to them as they came undone, or just share about more of this expansion of consciousness that's happening to us. Okay? So again, these are all available. I'm currently working on Dragon Speak Volume 2. And so that's going to be released this year. As more stories roll in, and I just do the editing and eventually the publishing of that. I'm also working on another book, a dog's book written by dog for dogs, like a children's book. And my colleague Bernie has helped me write that, and that'll be released this year too. There's a few other things in the making, but just to keep this short, I do have my shakers, okay? And these are made with love and great patience and tenderness, okay, care. And they are available through Etsy. They're on my website, and you can get those, or just click on my website and go to Etsy from there. And if you're ever in the Canon City area in Colorado, they're also in Kaleidoscope Inspiration store in downtown. So they're branching out. I really am getting this out. I sell them at the Pueblo Holistic Fair. When that happens in April here, I'll be out of the booth there as well. Okay, and so they're really cool. They help to relax you. It's a good. This is just a tag here, and it just has the information of what they do. If you're not familiar with percussion instruments, they're great for recording. I use them for recording, and they're good for drum circle, ceremony, talking stick. Really general relaxation. It's got a good sound to it. Kids love them. They come in different colors. Okay, the whole rainbow, and then rainbow, tritones, 3 colors, and then you can even have a design put on there if you want, but they're generally just a solid color, and that gives you an opportunity to then do some artwork if you want on there. Okay, so that's that. I have a stillness session coming up this Thursday, and I've been offering those for the past few years now. And what we do is we come into that space and you stay quiet and relax, and you just close your eyes, open your third eye, and we explore, but stay very present with our breath as we breathe. The only thing that ever happens, anything ever happens, is now. You die now, you live now, you were born now. We're going backwards, finding out how we did it. Here we go. Like magic. There's a big change happening, guys. And these messages go out, again, when I feel like that time has come, right? The whole entourage here. I do things differently. I don't represent myself as like Muriel, and then I give my thing, give messages, I do my work like this. And then there's like the crew, or does the channeling. So I don't sit here as like a channeler who channels all my entourage, and then I slip into space, close my eyes, meet myself up, and then give my message. No, the integration is that they're always right here. So I can just, it's just a breath away. I can be the Muriel, you know, having some fun with you and just laughing and being like just regular Joes, right? In conversation. But then I have my crew come. You people know, familiar with this, and you know me over the years. I'm not the type that just sit on social media all the time and make a school or make a curriculum or, you know, make a product that's going to sit there and I'm going to be on YouTube and give all this information like this. Now, again, if you know me and you've been, you know, listening to what I've been offering, what I do here for the past several years, you'll know what it's all about. So there's a lot, guys, and the changes have stepped up the plate. A lot of energy. I could feel it within myself. Big sun, like ready to burst. And so we're all sitting to position at this point. We're all positioned. What really matters is your state of well-being, how you hold yourself, where your thoughts go. Thoughts create our emotions, and the emotions create our physical reality around us, our manifestations, our life. And so when we're a lot caught up in the negativity, it keeps us trapped. And so we just do the best of our ability to stay in that state of well-being. I offer tools within my sessions, and they're all unique accordingly to you. So they're not based on like, you know, levels or books that are involved in this or any kind of curriculum. No, because the individual, again, it all comes out from you when I work with you individually. Again, in person or long distance. The long distance is fabulous during these times, since everybody's kind of being shoved indoors now. Okay. So the stillness session is coming up this Thursday at noon, and that's USA Denver time. And they are available on the YouTube channel, and I do upload those, okay? If you cannot make it, you can always join later. They're there for you. They're there for you, and there's lots of us. I mean, I have so many colleagues, and we're all over the world, not just in this state, in this country, and you know, that we're everywhere, and offering everything. We're a big allegiance, would you say allegiance? A big coalition of light workers, and we're here to change the consciousness on a starving planet, and we've arrived, and we're on time. Everything is on time. Now, when I say that, I say it with, again, a good deep breath. If you could, just take a good deep breath with me. So the reason why we talk about presence and staying present during these times is because the mind, again, can keep you in a state of fear and uncertainty and not well-being, because it charges emotions when it can't figure out the answer within itself. And there's so much information coming out in the world by all sorts of ways and means. Social media, again, which is bought and sold by corporations and the government and all sorts of other entities. And so we all know this. You listening into this, you're very familiar with this. Maybe it's the first time you have heard this again. It's the Grand Awakening, and it's continuing to happen. That information's not going to be here, okay? We live in a world of mind. Human beings have been trapped in the mind. And so what we're doing now is we're kind of leaving the mind behind, but we're not saying goodbye to it. You still need our mind. You need your ego. You need it to die with. You need to do things. So what we're doing is we're just noticing that in and out breath, staying with it, at the same time when everything else arises. Maybe you have a lot of mind chatter. Maybe you have some kind of psychosis, mental illness, not well there. Maybe you have something wrong with your emotions. Anything in the body, that's the last place it will go if it's not taken care of at the energetic level. So we make sure we just breathe when we can during the hours of the day. You're human. You're having a linear experience. You're having a physical experience. This isn't a place to be an angel. You're human. So the human, again, has been struggling with the how, what, when, where, and everything about itself. We're coming to the point now where we're changing into a completely new species. And it's happening right in front of our eyes. We're not being exited from the planet and then brought back on again. And okay, guys, it's all over. No, our DNA is being upgraded. And so I gave the message at the very beginning of the pandemic in early March of 20. And I said, it's a perfect happening. Well, yes, it is a perfect happening, but not so perfect for people who are getting sick and losing their heads. And then there's the vaccination getting sick. We'll get to that in a little bit here. And you're uncertain and you're in fear and you're seeing loved ones get sick and you're like, what is going on? And then you're seeing people maybe dying. And so it's not so, a perfect happening for you folks. And so what is meant by that is that the time has come. It's got to happen. It's kind of like humanity sets up camp around the world and puts up their houses and all sorts of cities and everywhere. But the earth has to change. The earth is changing. That's what it does here. It's change. And so, all the elements, fire, water, air, when the fire comes in, it comes in because the earth has to burn. That's just what it does. And so that's going to happen from time to time. It makes you think, though, we can definitely change and navigate in this place accordingly to the natural laws. We didn't have to go and try to become kings and queens and take over the place and call it our own, because there's some kind of little bit of happening with that, the changes in the weather is part of the consciousness shift. We're all born Catholic and scientists. We're all born, even the atheist, with information that was given to us from science and Catholicism and other religions, telling us what is what. And so science gives us weather. They tell us there's weather. Well, that's not necessarily the case. We're in a realm, and this realm is of change. And it's a perfect playground for you to master the alchemical processes within yourself, within your body, and within your mind and your emotions. It's very simple, guys. But it's not so easy to stop that negative flow. And that's why what I do in my sessions is that we work with that and we literally recalibrate how you're managing your energy, where it's going, where your thoughts are going, how you carry yourself from moment to moment. We're all human. I do it too from time to time. But I certainly I couldn't have done any more of that movement of vibrations and to be able to deliver these messages and be there for you, the world, for you. But we're all human, and we're all doing this together. It really is. Now, there's big changes going on with technology, okay? And so as we hold our attention to our well-being, you need to right now take a good deep breath. You stop and breathe. That breath right there distracted that thought that you were going to go down and maybe think more thoughts about something that didn't feel very good. Your point of attraction is how you're feel goody. And it's true. Now, you don't be fake and be like, I'm happy, yay, I'm happy, because those are just words. You actually, this is the tough part, guys, for some of you, is to somehow get that feeling of okayness, the I feel goody feeling. And you can remember when you did feel good. You accomplished things, like you had projects going on and it came fruition, or anything in your life that you've accomplished or done. You bring back that feeling. I get that. I get that. All is well. All is well. Always well. It may not seem that way at the time. Again, we're in a realm where everything is always preparing us for what's coming next. And so knowing that everything's happening now, that means at that future point, which what I don't have manifested is right here in the now. I just haven't lined myself to where it is over there. And so this is what we're doing. And this is what we talk about during the sessions. Manifestation, point of focus, using your breath, filling your lungs up, letting them out, trusting your heart space, where two or more gather is one thing science doesn't understand. And even religions, big religions, don't get this anymore either, because it was very simple. The common person, where two or more gather, this is the human part of ourselves, where two or more gather in our heart spaces, everything takes place there. And everything it's ever taking place is in the present moment, not tomorrow, this future that we're trying to go at. No, it's here. And so we have a pandemic, we have technologies changeover, we have climate change. Climate change, this isn't just climate change, this is big, it's happening now, it's here. And the beginning of this year, starting in this month in January 22, is that's it, Zoom. No matter what you're doing, wherever you've been doing before, assisting, whatever practice you have, say you're an energy worker, you've been putting it off, you'll find that it's going to come out of you now. We're all coming out now. We're all stepping up, and we're all in position accordingly. So the powers to be have a good 10 years. This might change. Again, we're in quantum space. So when you talk about time, linear space, a year isn't a year in what you perceive it to be, okay? And you can sit with that. If you have any questions at any time, please send a message. So good 10 years, and that is it. And that is indeed true. When I do ask question asked, you're talking about we're going to actually see kind of world peace in like the 30s, Miro? Yeah. But it's not going to be what we perceived it to be. Everything starts with the individual, doing one individual at a time. But it just takes a small group of individuals to change things. And it's the only thing that's ever happened. And just a small group of us. And there's quite a bit of us. There's millions of us who are these light workers, and we're all over the world doing our thing. Light workers, disclaimer here, because not all of us work with this glowing light joy thing like this, right? We're going deep into these places and we're removing stuck energies, and it's the dark places, going to the places that scare you. But we have fun when we do it, when we explore. We go, wee! We have fun in these spaces. Like children. We're going to be children again. And we're going to remove all those dark spaces, all the yucky stuff that get trapped within the fabric of our DNA. And that's what we do during the psychic surgeries. It can't stay. It's leaving. It's leaving. So if you have any fear about the world stage right now, there's a lot going on. Okay? And it's great to be informed. And I send out my posts on social media. I send out my posts on my newsletter. I just do my thing out there. And I'm all over the board. I'm not the type to just center on alchemy, changing your thoughts, and choosing the right, changing the emotion, choosing the right thought. No, there's more to it than that. Being informed is good, but again, where your thoughts go is important, where your focus of attraction goes. Just knowing within the heart space that we won this place. Wording, there's no battles. We didn't battle for this, although there is some kind of battle taking place in the spirit world right now in some kind of way. Again, when we say wording, disclaimer, it's all wording, okay? So just sit with that a little bit and some ahas might come. In about 10 years. So it seems like a long time. It might go shorter, it might go whatever. Again, we're moving out of this concept of time and space, in which we thought from A to B back to A again. How our mind thinks, linear. We're moving towards a holistic way of thinking. It's circular. It's a totally different way. So we are all born shamans. We're all born psychic. We all have these abilities. We're all the same that way. Some of us may not be superstars doing it in this lifetime. Maybe you're a professional skier or something, or you just write books, or just write books. That's amazing. Anything we do, we're creator beings. We're creator gods, you know? And we're waking up to the fact that we were under manipulation and under mind control. But now we're taking it back. Now we're doing it. We already took it back. Now we're actually applying it. And we're applying it right now, right at the moment. Right at the moment when it happens at any time. We look at our thoughts, we change the focus of point of attraction, and we notice our emotions. And if it doesn't feel good, just stop. It's not the time to create. It's just the time to recalibrate and be with yourself. It could take 5 minutes up to a year. You know, take the time this year to recalibrate. Just take the time. You're safe. You're fine. All is well. We go to the places that scare us, and then we uncover all of this stuff and light it up. We light it up. And it's going fast now. We can touch and go instead of staying there for years. These psychic surgeries are amazing because they're not barbaric. We don't take tools, surgical tools. We don't need to do anything to the physical body. We go right in and we have fun and we explore with all our aspects and our facets, and we get to business. And you'll know when you're ready. Okay, so just take your time. I know there's a few of you that's been around my peripheral. But again, you'll know when you're ready for this. It's called a Kundalini rising if you go at something that you're not prepared for. You know, it'll shock your system, will go right up your spine, and it might cause havoc. And I know a few of you have gone through that because you really wanted to just do this thing and finally get it done and say, I am that I am, and I'm enlightened. But you've rendered into a wheelchair or caught yourself to where it's just so painful in the body. So it takes a little bit of undoing of that stronghold of energetics in which brought you down to that experience. Okay, and again, these are all just experiences. These stillness sessions that I offer are there for you. They're free by donation. Again, I run my own business. I am my own wellness center. There's nobody that works for me so far. And so I do everything myself. I pay my taxes. Yeah, pay that taxes thing. So by donation, I'm not an organization, you know, so I just do this regular business thing. Okay, just getting it out there with less as fidgeting and effort as possible, and just go and just be there for you guys. Okay, so this Thursday, or if you're in Australia, it'll probably be on a Friday morning. And again, they're recorded on my YouTube channel for you to go back to. They're really cool because it's like taking a little shamanic journey, image journey, and you're diving into your kingdom within. And a lot of things take place when you have your intention. Say you don't have one, you can set one when you're in the space. Okay. What else are we doing here? Lots going on. I'm in Colorado. We had Boulder fire come in and burned down many homes, like 1,000 homes, if not more. So it's here, and just the wind out of nowhere. It was a type of wind that's more of like a hurricane wind you'd see in like the tropics than here in the mountains. So the whole world is coming undone and being affected by this dismantling of the old frequencies into this new world in which we're all part of now. And so it's not like it's coming at us. We're actually living it now, guys. We're in it. And so as that comes undone, then you have this thing called the pandemic. And every single person will get a symptom. Every single person is being affected by this because their DNA is being affected. And so I did a lot of psychic surgeries back for the past 5 years, and we basically changed. We're one of the many who were changing the DNA. And then it just led up to this point where, yeah, like I said at the very beginning, we weren't going to be evacuated from the planet and then plop back down again. Okay, guys, you're done. You're now evolved to the human being out of the human doing. So a new species. We like to say the human being is a scientific term, which it is, and it's more of like a skinwalker, and that's who we are. We're skinwalkers, and we have the ability to shapeshift. We can shapeshift our energy in any which way. There's nothing that we cannot do. And so as the world comes undone, it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. It gets more restricted, feels more tight. It feels like you just want to leave at times. This is the message to you, is that we are in an expansion mode that is happening for the very first time in all of creation. Not just history as we knew it is leaving. Your memories are leaving. That old person you knew is leaving. You don't have to wake up out of it and do all your thing. Oh, mani padme hum, and you wake up and you go, I am that I am. And you don't have your identity anymore. This is happening to the entire human race. This is it. This is the big zoom going on. And so if you are the person that's really tight right now and really feeling a lot of anxiety, coming undone, that's why I'm here to offer this for you. That's why I came to this realm to do this at this time. We've been waiting a long time in this time and space frame to bring this and have it available for you as things occur. Now, where you're doing it yourself, there's no healers or gurus in the future. No, we'll work with the kingdom within. We are all God. All of us created everything. And this is another thing. We're shaking away, shaking and quaking all the beliefs, all the brainwashing, and just being with this. How do I know all this stuff? Because I look within myself. The soft always overcomes the hard. And as the old boy left us the Tao, had told us that the soft always overcomes the hard. So I guess the only thing we really need to do right now is to lay back and try to relax the best that we can. I know that sounds silly when you're really uptight, but it's your point of focus, your attraction point, where you hold your thoughts, how you hold your well-being, where your emotions are going off to. If you find yourself in that mode, stop. Just stop. You don't need to create at that point. And you're okay. You'll still keep going. People go into fear because they're like, but my job, but my finances. Oh, I don't have anybody to love. I mean, it could be relationships, finances, a place to live. It could be any of the manifestations in which you're trying to have. Maybe got taken from you, or you feel like you're just coming undone because of it. And the message here is letting you know that this is the coming undone of this realm right now. If you're here and you're alive, you're experiencing that. And you may be one that's feeling fine, and you're in your flow, and you're doing your thing, and things, you're moving along accordingly, and you're not getting in a frenzy about the coming undone of the world. Okay, we're going to be seeing a lot of things that are going to seem like science fiction. We got new machinery, we got new technology, we have a whole new human race coming off the assembly line, and different robotic companies doing this. The folks are leaving that wouldn't be able to handle it. Again, we're all equipped. We're all alive at this time accordingly, You wouldn't be alive otherwise. You came here to have the experience of all this. And so then we have virtual reality, which is going to get big. And that's what I do. That's my big thing besides the sexual energies at the root of the human. The lower three chakras are completely dismantled as far as the human being. And so what we're doing is we're working with the lower three chakras and working with the higher chakras and coming into balance with all of everything in the middle, right? And so it's the sexual energies, but that humans have been manipulated on. I mean, if you look at the world right now, it's sick. I mean, humans, the women don't know who they are, the men don't know who they are. Everybody's kind of like questioning themselves and questioning society, civilization. For the first time, we're actually seeing this moving out of duality into a whole new expansive way of perceiving ourselves and the world. So my big thing is the sexual energies things, again, the root of the human, and that's the crux of the matter. The stuff, the secrets, although we never even talked about, all of it coming out and purging. That's the apocalypse. That which was hidden is now revealed for a reason. And so that, and opening up the third eye. So a lot of people go, oh, we don't have the video on in our sessions. No, because we don't use the two physical eyes. We open up the third eye and we're getting it stronger. And so that we have our own virtual reality within our own kingdom within. We all do. You don't need to put a helmet on, although that's fun from time to time to play around with it once in a while, but certainly not to make a lifestyle out of it. Because what we're doing here is we're opening up the kingdom within. We don't need that fake reality. We have the whole reality within the kingdom within. So what I do with you is that we just strengthen that third eye, open it up, do some psychic surgeries, and blow away the cobwebs and have some fun. We play, we journey the multiverse. We play around like we're dreaming together, and we're just flying around, and we're going, and it's very focused. It's not like we're just little kids having fun. Oh, that's fun, like that. But it's focused. It's got a point. Every single thing that we do, I always like to say it's like a pinball on the pinball machine. You just watch the pinball moving all around the machine. You're not quite sure. You're not going to keep track of where it was over there because it's going all over the place, and it goes right back into home. And that's what we do during the sessions. We're all over the place because we are multidimensional. We're multidimensional beings. We're not uni. We're not just one singular identity. We don't live in just one singular place. This place is multidimensional. So, again, may you be well during this shift in these next few months coming at us. I really do say that from the bottom of my heart. I'm here holding the space, regardless. If I do hear from you, we're all connected. No beginning, no end. So we're eternal beings, and this is another thing. One of the big things is the good 5 things we can hold in our hands that we can say that this is true. I know this because I look within myself. And so this, again, all of it seems science fiction. It seems fantasy and science fiction because all of that which was hidden is now being revealed, and we can live in a world in which we create out of all of this goodness and higher frequencies, instead of being in a state of fear and uncertainty and unknown and who am I and who's God and what's going on, and oh my gosh, the whole world's going to an end, everybody's going to die. And so we have all these fears, and what we say here in this message is that it's how you hold yourself and how you hold your position and your thoughts. You notice a negative thought, if it's something there, again, everything that arises is there for a reason. Everything is. But if something that's causing an emotion that's bringing you down a long road of a loop track, and it's making you feel, and it's not making you feel low and not having you create, that's when you know it's time to change to a better thought. And this is what we do. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for that you are listening even to the very end of this video. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful for my breath that I'm able to breathe. I'm grateful for this Muriel, my body. I'm in a body. This is my body. I'm grateful for my hands. I'm grateful for my feet, and I can walk. I'm grateful for sitting here, and I can have this speech to tell you. And look, I brushed my teeth today. I'm grateful for my toothpaste. I'm grateful for the water that flowed to me today. Even if it's dirty, I have something that can clean this water. I'm grateful for this cleaning technology that we can clean the water. I'm grateful for all my friends and my family and all the colleagues who are helping assist us into this higher frequency for the very first time, and we're finally doing it. I am so grateful for everything in my life. I'm grateful for my animals. I'm grateful for my Bernie. He's my co-author of one of the books that are going to come out. I'm very grateful for my cat, even though she's just a kitty and she sleeps all day. No, she's holding space. She's holding space for all of you. And we get this, right? I am grateful for everything I have, the food that I have, the money that I have to buy it. And you can say, oh, well, it's not going to come tomorrow. I'm not going to sure if it's going to come tomorrow. We know it's going to come tomorrow because we came here to do this. We came here in this time space reality to actually do this, finally make it real. Okay. I am grateful to be able to give this message, and it's not being deleted from some kind of superpower control. We have everything in our hands to make our lives good, to make your life good. You have everything possible. Even if you feel like you have no chance to make it to tomorrow, I'm here for you, okay? That's what I'm doing with my sessions. And again, they're remote. I have more clients outside of the United States than I do in the United States thus far, right? But the stuff works. Psychic surgeries work. They're potent. It's not something that you can really get mental about because, again, we bypass the brain and we work around that because the brain has no idea what's taking place, okay? But it works. Again, there's no method to the madness, but the stuff works. And again, there's many people around you, are my colleagues, friends, even 6 degrees of separation way over there, who are offering their clinics, their curriculum, They're alchemical processes to bring you to this new focal point that we have available now. We're emotional beings. It's time to get in touch with our emotions. It's time to be able to have that joyous life. There are times when you're not going to. It's a state of mind. It's a state of being. Happiness comes, happiness goes. Joy comes, joy goes. You may feel yourself depressed, down on the ground or something. That's okay. You see it, noticing it. Oh, okay, there's that thought. Oh, okay, there's that feeling. Oh, that doesn't make me feel too good. I'm going to ride it a little bit because somehow it makes me feel good going at it. It does. There seems to be some kind of way that we feel good, like it's going to do something if we keep going at that and those negative thoughts. Like, there's going to be a huge takeover of the world and stuff, and there's the them and us, and we have no power. That's not true. We won. And there's a reason why the Matrix movie came out when it did. There's a reason why everything, all the synchronicity is lining up. And it's starting to happen. And in my book, Soul Ship, half of the book is about some of the things going to happen in the next 100 years or so. And I say that loosely. It gives a little bit of an energetic whim that you can tap into about what is coming next. And it's not the end of the world. We're not going to be blown out of this place. We're not going to just die from this place. No, it's a whole world that's overlapping while the old one is dismantled and finds themselves that they can't go at that same old power and control that they used to do before. Okay, so in the next few years, you're going to start seeing there's going to be many people that are going to check out. There's going to be many people that are going to stay. Okay, they're not going to go. Most people are going to go through this. They don't want to go. No, it's going to be too chaotic, too crazy. They can't do this. They feel like they can't get their heads wrapped around the alchemical ways of changing your thoughts, which changes your emotions. They can't do it. Their body's too painful. So they're going to leave, and, we'll see them when we get there. We're eternal beings. Again, it's the lifting of the veil. It's the disappearing of the veil. It's the disappearing of it. It's not over hither and thither. No, we are in the spirit world, and that's what's happening. This is all part of the quickening. Coming out of that mind control made world that we're living a life here in this realm or on planet Earth, and then when we die, we go to the spirit world. And what's happening is that we're starting to realize that there's no separation between the two. Everything's kind of becoming all right here, right now. Is anytime anything ever happens. Therefore, if you get ill now, you can also get well now if you choose to do that and you want to choose to live here and live an abundant life. This place is so abundant. There is endless abundance in this world. Endless. And that's what we came here to do. And I'm so excited. I'm getting so excited for what's happening next, okay? And again, I'm human. I go through my things too, Sometimes of the day I feel it, but I know the tools and I use the tools and I make it real for myself, okay? And this is what I have for you too. And I do so much. Again, I make percussion tools. I publish books. I help you if you want to write a story and contribute to, the next volume of Dragon Speak. Please get a hold of me. And yeah, lots of projects underway. Thank you so much for listening to this because we're 40 minutes in now and I think I'm done. So thank you very much. And I will meet back here soon enough. And for the coming days, again, lightness of heart. Lightness of heart. Thank you so much. You be well. Thank you.